Welcome to this episode. This follows the previous episode, Build Your Alphabet with JavaScript. You can find it in the channel or just follow link provided in the description. Back to coding. I was playing with Google Capture the Flag games here at capturetheflag.withgoogle.com, and interestingly enough, solving the first challenge requires knowledge of char code and string. From char code we learned about in the above mentioned episode. Let me show you where this is from, and you can play yourself if you like and test your security knowledge if you feel like it. These are great challenges for beginners. So let's navigate to capturetheflag.withgoogle.com/beginnersquest, and if we go ahead and click on number 1 here, it shows us a challenge, and if we read the description and then follow the link, we will end up on a page with a login form. This expects a password, but we don't know it, and that is the challenge. This is not a security lesson, so I will skip the details and go straight to page source. Here we can see the input with if password and a button go. We then see below how there is an event listener attached to this button when clicked. This event listener will call a function named checkPassword. Let me copy this and bring it here. Here is the event listener and here the checkPassword function.
First, this function registers what user typed in the password input field and then creates an array of chars from the password value. It maps through the chars, and notice how zeros cafe value is added to each char. Again, you can watch the previous episode, but essentially we can do this. A.char code, it will return the value of the UTF-16 code unit of 65. Zeros cafe value is 51,966. And we add it to every character it is looping through. What that means is that if user typed A as a password, it is basically doing A.char code it, which is 65 plus 51,966, which is equal to 52,031, so the array now contains that number. Then it is checking, for example, if p at 0 and x and p at 1 and so on are equal to these numbers, like p at 0 equal to 52,037, p at 1 equal to 52,081, etc. If these are all true, then we know what the user typed is the right password. You can now see where we are going with this. If we recall our string.f char code and we pass it the UTF code unit value, like this, we get back the character or letter A. I hope at this point you are all screaming the solution out loud, or at least in your mind, haha. We can reverse engineer the password since it is telling us what the function is expecting is the right answer, which is caught in the first if block. Let's go through the first case. P at 0 is expecting 52,037. But because 51,966 was added to it when we mapped, though, we now have to subtract that value from the code unit like this. We get our first letter, capital G. We can do this for all the other code units here. I pulled these numbers into an array like this, and we can simply map through all numbers and for each one of them subtract the aux cafe Oregon 51966 now that we know the value like this, and do a join on all chars and we get our password. I made a little app showing this in action where you can all try yourself. Now, that's real JavaScript power. Peace.